Okay, so the ship is really close to being where I want it to be, and so are the crew. I'm pretty happy with the way they look. On the camera there. The camera's really not focusing. So the crew dig the way they look. Um, so I've been working on the base, and this base. So I had a piece of plastic that it looked like a mountain. I think it was from like a McFarlane toy of a dragon, and it had a really nice shape to it. And I was going to just use it the way it was, and then I remembered I really wanted to use a lot of pine bark mulch on my on the bases here and there. Da, 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 da. So instead, I put that piece of plastic in, and I probably should have turned the video on for it to show you what was going on. But you can see, like right there, you can see a little piece of it. It just didn't have enough texture for me, and I had nothing else that was going to match it. So I decided to I hot glued pine bark mulch up around the base because I ran a piece of metal up through, and the ship is going to sit on like an angle flying over this ridge. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. So that's the plan. So now I've just been painting the base. This wet spot here, I built up 2 layers because I want to make like a little arcane pond in there. It's probably not going to be that noticeable, but I want to do that throughout the army anyway. So using the Vallejo Earth texture, did all the base, and it's a little wet. I just washed it. So I want to build up a little bit of like land, like maybe debris and some weeds grew up on this section and the top. So that's the way it's looking right now. I got to dry brush all the gravel once all this dries, and I rewash that section there. This is going to kind of be that violet that I showed in an earlier video, kind of radiating out from there, and then like the pool of arcane magic or whatever. So that's looking pretty good. What I have here, so being that this is so one color, like I want to make some variations in that. So I got some. I use these from time to time. These are some like pastel chalk from an art store, and then I grind them up, and hopefully I can pick this paper up without looking. Grind them up, and you use a little water. I just want some color variation in the depths here and on the rocks. Basically, with this stuff, you just use a little bit of water and get your pigment in. And I mean, it's basically pigment, right? I mean, it's a little not as fine. You can see there's some chunks in it. But I just picked three colors of the bag that I have. I have a big bag of them. I might do some more. I kind of like that color just to lighten it up a little bit. I think that's really close to my highlight color though, so I don't know how that's going to look. And that orange that I picked, I'm not sure how that's going to look. So, but yeah, you just dip your brush in a little bit of water, you get in a pigment, and you put it where you want to go. So I'm going to do that a little bit off camera and come back and show you what that looks like. While this dries, this might take a little while. Once that's dry, I can get the wash in there and dry brush on top here. I kind of want it to look like this base. I messed up a little bit. I tried typhus corrosion just to see what the color change is, and this is too extreme. I don't want that extreme. You can see that in my color. That's too dark. I don't want that. I just want this like lighter color all the way through, and then just like a little bit of this purple. That's on this this basic ground area. But that's the way it's looking so far. Turn the camera back on after I do some pigmenting. Okay, we are looking really good, looking very close. Okay, so the base. I finished up the base. Here's what it looks like. I used a lot of different pigments to kind of get a variation in the rock. You can see my pool, my arcane pool there. So it has like a glossy. I used Secret Weapons water. Probably going to put another coat in there just to make it a little thicker. But I'm really happy with the way the base came out. It was my first time kind of doing such a big base, and I love the pine bark mulch. I think it's an excellent medium for making rocks. I think it came out really cool. I think there's a lot of variation to it, and I'm pretty happy with it. So my next issue, my next thing to do or finish, I really wanted to put the end rigger, this guy, on the other side, but he actually doesn't fit. Like, the way this ship is going to sit on its base, it just doesn't. He doesn't actually fit in there. So the ship's going to be, and this is something that I really messed up on. So this point here, I made this, I think, out of a welding stick. This should have been much longer. It should have went up. It's hard to get everything on camera right. It should have went up in that I could secure it like at the top of the cabin inside, and it didn't do that. So I was looking through the videos and I realized there's some things that I didn't point out in the videos. I don't know if there's a couple things I want to do. Like I want to come back and just highlight these rivets. I did some runes down the side. I just thought make it a little interesting. I just used a micro pen for that. I'm okay with them. I wish I would have had like a brown micro pen, but I'm pretty happy with that. The crew, I love the way the crew came out, and these guys are going to set the tone for the rest of the Arcanite companies. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's a couple little places in here I want to fix up, but I really like how I brought the cream color up into the balls. I think that came out really nice. There's my little navigator up top there, and on the shoulders I just did a tan color and put a little rune. Depending on how I move forward with the Arcanite company, that might change. I might go with like a decal or something. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, I really like. I don't know if you guys even see. I forget. This project's been going on for so long. Like the bombs, I painted like a little bit of red in it. Just trying to bring some other colors. Like in the navigation system, I did like red knobs and stuff. Just trying to bring some other colors in. So now my goal is to figure out exactly how I'm going to mount this, because it sticks in place and there's nothing else I can do. I have some green stuff in there, but the idea is, I don't know if I can get it all on camera. Let's tilt. So they're just kind of like flying in past this rock, right, and trying to get in there without hitting anything. So something like this. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna have pictures, nice pictures of everything. But why this is disconnected, makes me realize that there's something else I want to do yet. I gotta put a name on the ship, and to do that, I think what I'm gonna do is use a fountain pen with white ink, maybe with a little bit of the cream mixed in, and write some runes on there or something. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, she's getting really close to being done, and I'm getting excited because that means there's more projects underway. So that's where I'm at now. I'm looking. I got to figure out a way to mount this thing, and when I do, I'll turn the camera back on, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I used a fountain pen, and this didn't come out that great, but doing it with a brush would have been difficult. But here's the best part. I'm going to come back in here with my Stormy Blue, and I'm just going to tighten up these letters, make it look much better. Now, I'll try to get everything on camera too. Let's see if I can take this down just a little bit. I guess that's about as low as it goes. So, I just had my 4th niece was born yesterday, and I decided to honor her by putting her initials on the ship and the year that she was born. So that's what you see here, and I'm so proud. She's so beautiful. And so I'm just going to use the Stormy Blue. I watered it down, and I also put some drying retarder on it, just so that I can have some more work time on the brush. And we're going to clean up all this nasty blue. And I messed that up pretty good, but I can come back with white also and fix up what I need to fix up. I wonder if this is on camera. Might need, what do I need? I need a better tipped brush. Let's see. What do I have here? Let's try this one. Need a little bit more retarder in here. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try to fix the G up. Getting a little crisper. So I'm going to go ahead and do all this until I'm satisfied, which might be a long time, and might be a lot of camera. So we're going to clean it all up, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, I feel like I got the lettering to where I'm happy with it. It's the type of thing that you just need a steady hand and a sharp tip brush, and just go back and forth. I had white, Marrow White from Formula, or from P3, and my Stormy Blue, and I just kind of went back and forth and worked it too, where I feel like it looks pretty cool. It kind of looks dwarven, but you know, it's my way of honoring my newest niece. So I'm not gonna tell you her name because, you know, she's a kid. But anyway, so that's what the name of the ship's gonna be, or at least some kind of markings. And maybe on my other ships I'll do the rest of my nieces perhaps. But I might go back and touch up just a little bit. But I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's a neat little thing, and I'm happy for it. So the next thing I'm going to do is mount this baby, and let's get some pictures going. All right. Okay, we have the finished frigate, and I got some pictures of it. So here it is. Let's see if we can do a little slideshow here while I talk about it. So I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I think I really like the color scheme. I think moving forward, it was really nice to paint the crew with this, because that's going to give me an idea of how my Arcanite companies are going to look. I'm pretty much going to go, I don't know, straight from the book, I guess. You know, I could have thought of a different color scheme and whatnot, but I just really liked the idea of the Skyport, the Barak. Oh my God, I forget what it is, Barak, Mordark, or whatever. And so I liked it. I liked that idea, and I just kind of went with it. I gave them a little bit of a lighter side because I mean, these are, you know, order after all. So that's where I brought the cream color in and just kind of give them a little bit of a lighter look. I absolutely love the base. I think the base came out so nice. I'm super happy with it. I mean, this ship, there's so much detail. I mean, I could spend another month just fixing up things and highlighting every single rivet. But I just want to move on. I want to get going on the project, and I think it's a pretty good piece so far. And I really just want to start getting the guys on the table, getting some play in. With skirmish coming out, I'm hoping that I can get some guys assembled and at least play with some overlords. I'm really happy. Like I said, I'm happy with the base. I really I know there's only like a single puddle of the arcane in this, but that's going to kind of be a theme running through. My Arcanite guys will have like little tiny areas of puddles on their bases here and there, and with the purple tint to the ground, it kind of gives the feeling that you know, there's another puddle coming up perhaps in that location. And I just want them to be I want the ground to be rugged, like they're not used to this land. That they're out exploring and coming up with places to find aether gold, and that's kind of the way it is. And I wanted the ship to look a little worn, but to the point where, you know, they take care of it, but they can't paint the cream color every single time it gets dirty, you know. But for the most part, it's a clean ship, and they run really, you know, a clean boat. I really like the green. I think the green is just such a great accent color here. I love the way it looks on the hosing. It just came out absolutely excellent, and I'm so happy with it. And I think it's a really nice touch to the whole overall look of the ship. I did bring in a little red. You can see there's like a red on top of I figured that this might be a light behind this one. Let me see if I can go back. Like here, like that would be like a light of the ship in the dark. There's another one under here, and like I painted the knobs red, that type of thing. I just brought to bring in some extra color and make it a little more interesting. And that same red was used on the bombs here, so 3 points of red is always a good technique. Guy up here in the crow's nest. Yeah, I like them. I might put a little wash on that yet. Like I said, I mean, I could go through this 100 times and fix so many different things, but with these big round surfaces, like highlighting, to me, I didn't feel was like overly important, right? It just, these big surfaces, the silver, I just kind of wanted them flat. Like the light's going to catch on its own. It's for the size of the ship. Highlighting needs to just be subtle because natural light is going to bounce off of things. You know, do the edge highlighting where you need to, but a lot of the metallic was very subtle. Just let the light catch it itself and go from there. You know, all the green, like obviously this might be like looking into a glowing gas or some sort, or you know, there's a dim light inside. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, and that's the way it looks. Thanks for watching this frigate video. I'm going to have some more painting videos coming up. I'm kind of perfecting my camera and quality, so I'm hoping that I could do more just on film and show you guys what I do. I feel there were some really good tips in this series of videos, from silly putty to calligraphy pens to, I don't know, a lot of other stuff. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll catch you soon.